Okay, we can start now, okay? Okay. I don't know whether you have all read story 4. I sent the story 4 to everyone. I don't know how many have read. Keetana, did you read it? Story 4, The Frog Prince. You didn't read?
Yes, sir. I read, sir. Story
Read.
4.
I read. Say, I read.
I read. Oh, sir.
Oh, I
read.
have read. Okay. Prayalagan said he has read. What about Kimska? Mr. Gimska, how are you? Did you read?
Fine, sir.
Did you read the story?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's start. Now we'll start with Kirtana. No, we'll start with Pralagan. He came first. Pralagan, you better start reading the first paragraph.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
The first prince.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, a madly king lived in a place in the shadow of a dark.
Wait. Lived in a
place.
No, not a place. It's a palace. What? How do you say?
Palace.
What is palace?
Aranmane.
Okay. Palace. Okay, continue.
In the shadow of a dark, my three shoes forest.
Okay, now learn. Not mysterious forest, you know?
Mysterious forest.
Okay. Say it again.
Mysterious forest.
Yeah, okay. Next sentence.
He had only one child, a beautiful little girl with flowing hair, and her favorite playing was a bright golden ball that looked just like the sun in the sky.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Flowing here, right? We will learn those things first. Flowing, how do you say? Not flowing, flowing.
Flowing.
Okay, carry on.
Day after day, she would run and skip under the shadow of the hug forest tree.
Wait. Not hug, huge. Solemn, repeat.
Huge forest tree.
Yeah.
Toasting and bouncing her ball to amuse herself.
Amuse herself. Say it again. Amuse.
Amuse.
Okay.
Herself. She liked to pretend that
pretend. Say it again. Pretend. Solemn, pretend. Yeah.
That her ball was in it, the sun and that the ball white with what was her to play with.
The whole wide world. Okay?
Okay, sir.
What do you say? How do you say this word? Whole. Yeah, wide world was her to play with. Okay. Now, let's go through this paragraph and see the words. Okay? Once upon a time, a mighty king. What do you mean by mighty? Mighty என்றால் ஒரு famous, ஒரு பிரபலமான, ஒரு தெரியாதா? You got the meaning. Mighty என்றால் பலமுள்ள, ஒரு famous king, ஒரு தெரியா? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. King lived in a palace. Palace type of he said is Aranmane in the shadow. What is shadow of Prayalagan? Now we are still with Prayalagan, okay?
Nilal.
Oh, shadow, okay, of a dark, mysterious forest. When you say mysterious forest, you know what is forest? Forest is carded.
Yes, sir.
Mysterious forest. And what is mystery? What is mystery? Mystery and Prayalagan.
இல்ல சார்
மிஸ்டரி
கேள்விப்பட்டது.
என்றால் ஒரு குழப்படியான ஒரு மிஸ்டீரியஸ் ஒரு தமிழ்ல சொல்ற மிஸ்டீரியஸ் ஒரு காம்ப்ளிகேட் ஒரு பெரிய காடு மாதிரி மிஸ்டீரியஸ். சாரி,
மர்மமான.
ஓ மர்மமான அப்படி சொல்லுங்க. மிஸ்டீரியஸ் மிஸ்டரி மிஸ்டரியன்னு சொல்லலாம். மிஸ்டரியா சொன்னா கீர்த்தனா மிஸ்டரியன்னா மர்மமான ஒரு மர்மமான காடு. Yeah. He had only one child, a beautiful little girl with flowing hair. What do you mean by flowing hair? Prayalagadinum. First paragraph முடிப்போம் கேதில. Flowing. Flowing அந்த நீளமான தலைமயிர் அதான் சொல்றாரு. சரியா? பொம்பளைகளுக்கு தலைமயிர் நீளமா இருக்கிறது நல்லதானே. So flowing hair. Okay. And a favorite. Favorite என்ன? Favorite. கேதில.
அவட விருப்பமான.
Plaything. Plaything என்றால் விளையாடுற சாமான். சரியா?
Yes, sir.
Was a bright golden ball that looked just like the sun in the sky. என்ன மாதிரி அந்த ball தெரிஞ்சுதா?
அந்த ball வந்து sun in the sky. சூரியன் மேல இருந்ததா?
சூரியன் மாதிரி இருந்ததா? Day after day she would run and skip. Skip, what do you mean by skip? Skip.
தள்ளி போறது.
Skipping தள்ளி போறதுனா ஸ்கிப்பிங் னு சொல்ல அப்படி துள்ளி விளையாடுறத. Skip under the shadow of the huge. What is huge? Where are they? Huge. You said huh? Huge is big, huh? என்ன? Huge man, என்ன பெரிய மனுஷன். Huge forest trees, பெரிய காட்டு மரங்கள். Tossing என்ன? Tossing என்ன தெரியா? மேல கீழே போட்டு அடிக்கிற மாதிரி டாஸ் பண்றது. சரியா? Tossing அந்த போல மேல போட்டு கீழே அடிக்க. Tossing and bouncing என்றால் அடிச்சு பாஸ்கெட் பால் அடிக்க மேல வரும் bouncing. அதுதான் சொல்ல bouncing உண்டு. சரியா? Bouncing her ball to amuse herself. What is amuse? Prayalagan.
Amuse.
யோசிச்சு பாப்போம். To amuse. அதாவது முசுப்பாத்தி மாதிரி. அவக்கு ஒரு முசுப்பாத்தி மாதிரி. Amuse. தனக்கு சிரிப்பு காட்டுற மாதிரி. சரியா?
Okay, sir.
She liked to pretend. You said pretend, right? Pretend and then.
திருப்ப எடுக்கணும். திருப்ப வேணும்.
இல்ல. She liked to pretend என்றால் that her ball was indeed the sun. அவன் என்றால் அந்த ball தான் sun என்று. அதுதான் சூரியன் நினைக்கிறான். சரியா? She liked to pretend. அவன் நினைக்கிறான் சொல்ற மாதிரி எண்ணுறா. That her ball was indeed என்றால் அந்த வசந்த பாருங்க. Indeed அப்படித்தான் indeed sun, and the whole world was her to play with. So she is thinking that the ball is the sun and the whole world உலகம் முழுவதும் தன்னோட இருக்கு விளையாடுறதுக்கு. சரியா? So let's go to the next paragraph. Okay. Keertana next. Vasim. From
one day, however, as she spun the ball in her little hands, it slipped from her fingers, rolled over the leafy ground, and fell splash into a deep well. She ran quickly to the edge of the well and peered in, but her beautiful golden toy had vanished into darkness.
Okay, we'll stop at that. One day, however, she spun the bowl in a little hand. Now, what is spun? What is the past tense of spin? Spinning. சரியா? Spin the ball in a little hand. Spin the portable SPIN. I know what one word, right? SPIN and spin. Spun and past tense. Spun the ball in a little hands. It slipped. And then a walkie விழுந்தது. சரியா? It slipped from her fingers, rolled over the leafy ground, and fell, splash into a deep well. Splash என்றால் இப்ப அந்த ஒரு தண்ணியில போய் கல் எறிஞ்சால் தண்ணியில அந்த சத்தம் கேட்கும் அந்த சத்தமா splash into a deep well. What is the meaning of deep, Keetana? Deep.
ஆழமான.
Correct. Into a deep well. She ran quickly to the edge of the well. What is edge?
தொங்கல்ல இருக்கிற.
Oh, முடிவு. The edge of the well and peered சொன்னால் peered in. பார்க்கிறது. peer. இப்படி எட்டி பார்க்கிறது. சரியா? peered in. சரியா? peered in. But a beautiful golden bowl had vanished into the darkness. What's the meaning of vanished?
Finished.
Vanished.
I don't know, sir.
Vanished and all. The toy had vanished into the darkness. And the bowl துலஞ்சு போச்சா. சரியா? Vanished and காணாமல் போயிட்டது. The dog vanished from the home, right? One day, சரியா? Had vanished into the darkness. Okay. We'll go to Gimska.
Yes, sir. She began to cry loudly because she was not used to disappointment. When she suddenly heard a timid, timid, secretly voice begin scratching voice begin her say, "What is the matter, princess?" Spin around, and she realized that the speaker was the skilliest frog she had ever seen. "I have dropped my bowl into the well, and it is lost forever." She
lost. Say again, lost.
She lost forever.
She wailed.
Wailed.
Yeah.
The frog looked at her and blinked. "I could get it for you if..." Oh, Frogly, I will give you anything you want. If you could get my lovely bowl back, you could have my corn. "I could not want a corn."
I do not.
Said, I do not want a corn. The frog said, "or all my jewelry." She offered.
Okay, she offered. Okay. Now we'll go. She began to cry loudly. What is loudly?
Sattam.
Sattamaha. Because she was not used to disappointment. Disappointment and what do you mean by disappointment?
Like கவலைப்படாது.
So disappointment என்றால் கவலைப்படுற ஒரு எதிர்பார்ப்பில்லாத சம்பவம் நடந்த பிறகு something happened that you didn't expect. Okay. You sat for the exam and you failed the exam. Then you get disappointed. சரியா? You understand disappointment? When she suddenly heard என்ன? கேட்கிறது. அது present tense என்ன? Here, correct. A timid என்ன?
like the sound that
ஒரு timid and ஒரு okay timid கரைக்கிறேன்னா ஒரு மெதுவான scratchy குறுக்கு noise voice ஒரு மெதுவான timid scratchy voice behind her say, what is the matter, princess? What is the matter, princess? You understand, no? Okay? Then spinning around, she realized that the speaker was the, I don't know what is this ickiest frog. Just think it's a frog. Don't think about ICK, that word I checked the dictionary, some mistake there. Spinning around என்ன சுத்தி பார்க்குது என்ன செய்திருக்காது ஸ்பின்னிங் அரவுண்டா போல ஸ்பின் பண்றேன்னு அப்படி சுழட்டு பாரு சரியா spinning around she realized that the speaker was a frog that she had ever seen. என்னது சொல்லும் பாப்போம் அந்த meaning. That means so who was there spinning around சுத்தி பார்க்கிறது சரியா
okay sir.
And what did she see?
See a frog.
She had ever seen ஒரு நாளும் பார்க்காது. Yeah. And what did she say? I dropped my bowl into the well and it's lost forever. Forever and then எப்போதும். Okay. Lost for a while. And the bowl in the plunge போச்சு ஒரு நாளும் கிடையாது. She wailed. Wail and then
தெரியல சார்
அழுகிறது wail அழுக she wailed and அழுதா. The frog looked at her and blinked and the கண்ணை மூடி திறந்து blinked தெரியுமா
ஓம் சார்
அதுதான் சொல்ற blinking என்ன இப்படி செய்யறதா blink I could get it for you. Oh, Froggy, I'll give you anything you want if you could get my lovely bowl back. So what did the prince say to the frog?
She said, I will give her a crown.
Sorry?
Like,
she will give anything you want if you get the bowl back. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You could have my crown. Crown and then
அந்த
கிரீடம் crown.
Freedom.
Yeah. So what did the frog say? I do not want a crown. The frog said, or all my jewels she offered. Crown illati என்னோட jewels என்ன jewels
தங்கம் like
இது
தங்கங்கள்
நகைகளா jewelry என்றால் jewelry shop னு சொல்லி நம்ம சரியா jewelry shop எல்லாம் அப்படித்தானே போடுறது. I do not care. The princess snapped. Just get my bowl. It has snapped and princess கோபத்துல சொல்றா I do not care. The princess என்றால் தான் princess என்றால் அதுக்கு பேர் தானே சொல்றோமே முதல் துவக்கம் என்னது இளவரசி என்ற மாதிரி சரியா பிரின்சஸ் என்றார் இளவரசி queen illa queen princess சரியா just get my bowl. Okay, let's go to the next one. Prayala well the frog said
I do not want
jewels,
but I do want a friend.
So தனக்கு jewels தேவையில்லை தனக்கு என்ன வேணும் தனக்கு ஒரு friend தான் வேணும் என்று சொல்லிச்சா சரியா
Yes, sir.
Carry on.
It is a lonely life being an icky frog.
Icky frog என்ன தனி இருக்கு அதை பற்றி பாருங்க. It's a lonely என்ன lonely
தெரியல சார்
lonely என்ன தனிமை. I am living alone. lonely, tanimail. It is a lonely, lonely life being an icky frog. Okay.
If I fetch your ball from the dark,
Fetch. Tripichalam, fetch.
if I fetch your ball from
Fetch.
fetch your ball from the dark, chilly well for you. Will you agree to be my friend forever? Afterward, and love me and share everything that you have with me.
Okay. Fetch and then a fetch.
Fetch.
If I fetch a ball from the fetch, and the meaning of the sentence fetch another eduk. If I fetch you, so you ask your father, fetch me a book, or puttam mangi thango undama.
Yes,
if I fetch you a bowl from the dark chilly well, chilly and chilly.
அந்த கிணறுக்குள்ள இருந்து உள்ளுக்கு இருந்து.
Oh, chilly and chilly well and Chilly is the opposite of hot. Chilly and kulir, not the chilly, not chilly is curry for chilly and kulir. Chilly well for you. Will you agree? Agree and you know the meaning of agree.
Open them.
Agree be my friend forever afterward. Afterward. Oh, and love me and share everything that you have with me. Share and find the world. Say yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, thanks. Okay, now we will go to Keetana.
Yes, sir.
So, of course,
the princess promised, but in her heart she thought, who cares what that?
What?
Old frog. What that?
What?
That.
Old frog wants.
Old frog wants. He will never leave this well anyway.
Okay, so what does she think? What the princess thinks? Of course, the princess promised. Of course, and that of course, the princess promised. I will promise Panita. Our promise Panita, what in her car? So, although she said, of course, on the frog so what did the frog ask earlier? The frog asked her whether she could be her friend forever. She didn't want the crown. She didn't want the jewels. What she wanted? Since the frog was lonely, she wanted the princess to be her friend forever. Clear? Very clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Who cares what that old frog wants? What did the prince think? Who cares what the old frog wants? He will never leave this well anyway. So what did the frog thinks? So the princess thinks. So what princess thinks is, Right, sir. Who cares what the old frog wants? He will never leave this well anyway. Okay. Right, sir. Okay, now, next one. The frog did not.
The frog did not know her thoughts, however, and he dived eagerly down into the well. A few seconds later.
Wait. Dived is what? Diving.
What, sir?
Dive.
Dive சொன்னா முழுகிறது.
The diving and சொல்ற இப்ப இந்த ஸ்ரீலங்கா அந்த பக்கம் எல்லாம் இந்த முத்து குளிக்கிறேன்னு சொல்ற இந்த dive கீழுக்குள்ள போறது சுழியோடி உள்ளுக்குள்ள போறது. He dived eagerly down into the well. The frog did not know her thoughts. So the frog didn't
The
know,
frog did not.
know what the princess was thinking, right? The frog thought, okay, he can be friend. So, okay, dived eagerly. Eagerly and eagerly. சந்தோஷமாக ஒரு சந்தோஷமாக சொல்லலாம். சரியா? ஆவலாக, உற்சாகத்தோடு, ஆவலாக. Eagerly down into the way. Okay. So, okay. A few seconds later,
he emerged from the water holding the precious golden ball between two slimy webbed hands.
okay, wait. Emerged what? Emerging. What is emerge?
I don't know, sir.
Emerge என்றால், okay. தண்ணியில இருந்து வெளியில வாரது. சரியா? தண்ணியில எங்க இருந்து? Emerging is emerged. வெளியில வாரது மாதிரி. He emerged from the water holding the precious. What is precious?
விலை
மதிக்கப்பட விலை உயர்ந்த golden ball with between two slimy. Slimy என்ன? What is the meaning of slimy?
மெலிதான்.
Slimy. இப்ப இந்த வெண்டிக்காய் தெரியுமா? வெண்டிக்காய் அடிக்கக்குள்ள அவத்தி பாத்தீங்களா? சரியா? இதா இருக்கும் வாழ்க்கையில இந்த ஸ்லைமி. அதுதான் ஸ்லைமி சொல்றேன். சரியா? ஸ்லைமி வெப்ட் ஹேண்ட்ஸ். வெப்ட் என்றால் இப்ப இந்த இப்படி இருக்கக்குள்ள அதுக்கு இதுல எல்லாம் இந்த இது இருக்கும். என்னன்னு சொல்றேன், இந்த ஸ்கின் இருக்கும். அப்ப அந்த கையில வெப்ட் ஹேண்ட்ஸ், அந்த படர்ந்திருக்கும் அந்த தோள்கள் எல்லாம். வெப் என்றால் வெப் என்றால் ஒரு தொடர்ந்து ஒரு கூடாரம் மாதிரி இருக்கும். ரைட்? வெப்ட் ஹேண்ட்ஸ். ஓகே. Next sentence.
It was very cold down there, the frog remarked, but the princess was not listening.
Clear. Everything is clear, right? Next one. Hooray.
Hooray, she cried.
Hooray.
And
How do you say? Hooray.
Hooray.
She cried.
Hooray. She cried and seizing the ball. She immediately
Seizing
ran
the ball.
back,
Say it again. Seizing.
seizing the ball.
Okay.
Seizing the ball, she immediately ran back to the palace.
Okay. What do you mean seizing and பிடிக்கிறது? சரிதானே? So what she did, hooray, she cried. And seizing the ball, she seized the ball, ball பிடிச்சுக்கொண்டு, she immediately ran back to the palace. Okay. The next one. The frog.
The frog croaked after her. Wait, I cannot run as fast as you. She ignored him. However,
She ignored him.
Ignored
Yeah.
him, however, and considered the matter settled.
Now it's very clear. So what is happening is, so the frog wanted, the frog said that he will get the ball, but the princess offered jewelry, crowns. The frog said he doesn't want anything. What does he want? He wants to be friend with the princess forever because he is lonely. Clear?
Oh,
So,
yes,
but princess didn't think that way. Princess thought, okay, we were no secret, we were 10 and over. So what she did, she got the ball and ran to the palace. And the frog, what did it say? Croaked after her. And that's Satam Bodu. Croaked another. After her. Wait, I cannot run as fast as you. She ignored him. The princess ignored the frog. Ignored him.
Very well.
கவனிக்காமல் விடுறது. சரியா? He ignored him. But I'm telling something. Kirtana, be careful or don't look that way, this way, then you ignore. You don't listen to me what I am telling, right? Ignore. She ignored him, however, and considered the matter settled. So what is the princess thing, Kirtana? Ella mudinjand, because she has taken the bowl, given the bowl, so that everything is over. There's nothing more. Okay? Clear? Read.
That night, however, while they fasted and
No, feasted. Feasted.
feasted, a loud knock sound on the door. Night, the princess loud visitors, so she ran to open the door. But who should stand on the palace stairs but
The icky.
they ickly warty frog. She
Warty.
slammed
Warty.
warty frog. She slammed the door in his
Slammed.
face.
Slammed. Say it again.
Slammed.
Slammed.
Slammed the door in his face and ran back to her delicious dinner, to her golden plate behind the heavy wood door. Shortly she could hear him crowing. Oh, be careful, Princess Fair. Promise are more than air.
Yeah. So, okay, wait. Promises are more than a year. Okay. Where did we start? Okay, that night, right? That night. However, while the court feasted, what do you mean by court here? Court என்றால் அந்த அரண்மனையில் இருக்கிறார்கள் எல்லாரும் அரசர் wife. The court என்று சொல்லிக்குள்ள ஓகே இப்ப உங்களோட வீட்டுல சாப்பிடுறேன் கிம்ஸ்கா இப்ப உங்களோட வீட்டுக்காரெல்லாம் சாப்பிடுறது when the family was சாப்பிடக்குள்ள while the court feasted அந்த அரண்மனையில் இருக்கிறார்கள் எல்லாரும் சாப்பிடக்குள்ள what happened? Feast and feast and பெரிய சாப்பாடு சரியா feast. Okay, a loud knock sounded the door. Someone knocked on the door. I don't know why the 9 is there. The princess loved visitors. Princess again, visitors வர விருப்பம். என்ன செய்றா அவ ஓடி போய் she ran and opened the door. But who was there at the door? Frog. ஓட்டி என்றால் இதுல இந்த ஃப்ராக்ல இந்த சின்ன சின்ன காயங்கள் இருக்கும் அது மாதிரி ஓட்டி ஃப்ராக். So slam the door டோரை அடிக்கிறது சரியா. She slammed the door in his face and ran back to a delicious dinner on her golden plate. What is delicious, Gimska? Delicious food, delicious ice cream, delicious. Tasty, yeah?
Tasty.
Oh, tasty. Her delicious dinner on her golden plate. She's a princess now, so she's eating on a golden plate. Okay. Behind the heavy wood door, though she could hear him croaking, என்ன நடக்குது? Oh, careful. Princess Fair. Promises are more than air. So what is the frog is telling? Oh, careful, Princess Fair. Princess, கவனமா இருங்க. Promises are more than air. இந்த promise பண்றது சும்மா காத்துல போறதுக்கு இல்ல. Promises are more than air என்றால் so what she says is you must respect the promise. Promise சொன்னா அது செய்ய வேண்டும். விளங்கிச்சதா? Promises are more than air. Correct? Okay. Gimska, Prelagan.
Yes, sir.
You read this one. Who was at the door?
Who was at the door? My daughter.
Solva, what do you want?
Who was at the door? My daughter.
Ask.
asked the king. Nobody, just an old frog, she said, and she told him how the frog had retrieved.
Retrieved. Say it again. Retrieved.
Retrieved.
No, not retrieved. Retrieved.
Retrieve
Okay.
her bowl from the well on the condition.
Condition. On the condition.
On the condition that she would be its friends and share everything she had with forever. Afterward,
Full stop. Afterward, then there is full stop, right? Okay.
yes, sir.
Now, sir, okay, before we go to the next sentence, so nobody just an old frog. Avinte solra Princess Tapanuku. Who asked who was the daughter? The king. And she told the father, just an old frog, she said. And she also said, retrieve an end.
Help பண்ணி கொடுத்தது.
ஓ ரிட்ரீவ் என்றால் ஒரு சாமான் பிழைஞ்சு போச்சு அதை எடுத்து தாரத்துக்கு சரியா அந்த retrieve the frog had retrieved her bowl. The frog தான் அந்த விழுந்த பந்தை எடுத்து கொடுத்தது சரியா retrieved the bowl from the well on the condition, on one condition. Condition என்ன bowl எடுத்து கொடுக்கக்குள்ள ஒரு நிபந்தனை சரியா நிபந்தனை தெரியுமா ஒரு கண்டிஷன் ஒப்பந்தம் that she would be its friend and share everything she had with it forever afterwards. என்னண்டு she will be her friend
forever
everything afterwards forever. Okay. She told her father, sorry, your next sentence. She thought
her father would be pleased with how she had escaped the frog's demands. But to her surprise, he frowned.
Frowned. Okay. Frowned and கோவிக்கிறது சரியா தாப்பனின் ஞான கோபம். Why was he frowned? Because the princess made a promise to the frog. If you retrieve the bowl, if you get the bowl, she will be friendly. No, the frog asked that she should be friendly. The princess would be friendly with the frog forever afterwards, right? But she wasn't serious. The princess wasn't serious. And அவசமா பே காட்டுறா தெரிந்தானே ஏமாற்றம். She was not serious. She just wanted to okay and வந்த ஓடி வந்துட்டா சரியா.
Yes,
how
sir.
did escape the frog's demand? Now would be pleased. The princess told the father, the king, really happy that she had escaped the demand. அவன் கேள்விகளுக்கு அந்த இதுக்கு escape the frog, the தவளை கேட்ட டிமாண்ட் இந்த நிபந்தனைகளுக்கு தான் தப்பிட்டான்னு தாப்பன் சந்தோஷப்படுவார் நினைச்சார். To a surprise he frowned. ஆனால் what did the king? The king was angry. He frowned. It's very clear, no? So she told the father will be happy that she has escaped from the frog's demand. Okay? Okay. I'm telling you, Gimsara, you go and do this one, I'll give you 10 rupees. Then you do the work and you come back to me. Then I say, no, I have no money, you go. That's very bad, no? Because once you promise, you must fulfill. Then on. So he frowned. The king was a good person, so he frowned. Okay. Now prayer lagan. Give Sarah prayer. The princess was shocked. Chalanga, vasing.
The princess was shocked and wanted to refuse, but she held she from her father. Ang தெரியல sir.
Stern. Stern looks.
Stern look
Oh,
that she had to obey.
okay.
Unwillingly, she got up and opened the door. The frog was still sitting painfully on the step of the palace.
Wait. Okay, let's go to the first one. The princess was shocked and wanted to refuse. Refuse and then.
ஞாபகம் வருது.
இல்ல ரிஃப்யூஸ் ஓகே ரிஃப்யூஸ் பண்றது கொடுக்க முடியாது இல்லைன்னு சொல்றது சரியா மறக்கிறது okay
Okay, sir.
the prince was shocked and would refuse, but she could see from her father's stern looks that she had to obey. So what did the princess thought? She thought when the demand refuse பண்ணுவாங்க refuse பண்ணா கொடுக்காம விடுவாங்க விட்டுட்டு she could refuse, but from her father's stern and then stern. Now learn the word, everyone. Stern is എന്നാൽ കടുமையாக. Stern என்ன கோபத்தோடு. Stern look. Stern look. கோபத்தை பார்த்து that she had to obey. Obey என்ன? You obey. Obey the order. Obey your father's what father said என்ன?
மதிப்பு கொடுக்கணும் sir.
Oh, okay. Upper had to obey. So, princess thought she can just say to the queen frog and forget about it. But the king was looking very stern. கோபத்தோட பார்த்தபடியா she has no other alternative. வேற ஒன்றும் சொல்லலாது. She has to obey her father's, obey what she promised. Okay. Next sentence also we read, no? Unwillingly. Unwilling. Willing and unwilling and Prayalagan. Willing. Willing and viruppam. Willing. I'm willing to do this, right? Okay. Unmute pannam, Prayalagan.
Sir.
Willing. Willing, unwilling.
தெரியல சார் இது.
Willing என்றால் விருப்பப்படுறது. I am willing to go for a walk. I am willing. Unwilling என்றால் விருப்பம் இல்லை. Unwillingly என்றால் விருப்பம் இல்லாமல் she got up and opened the door. So got it? Okay, Prila. Right, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So then the frog was still sitting patiently. Patiently and then, what do you mean by Pralagan? Pralagan.
Sir.
The frog was still sitting patiently. What do you mean by patiently? I'm waiting patiently, listening to you. Patiently and then was sitting on the step of the palace. So what happens? She went and knocked on the door, opened the door. She saw the frog, the princess. She ran back again and told what happened when the king asked. But when the unmute panna Prayalagan, because you are the one who is talking now. Prayalagan.
Sir.
Yeah, unmute panni padukal. But when he saw the princess, so sitting patiently on the step of the palace. So the frog was sitting patiently. Amadiyaga palace in the step ila velila nindada. சரியா? Okay. Next sentence, when he saw the princess, Prayalagan, Unmute panum. Unmute panum. Okay.
Okay,
So when
sir.
he saw the princess, he smiled happily. A smiling frog is quite slight to behold and bounced up and down the froggy with the frogging leaf. Okay. So what is happening when the king looked at the princess sternly? The Murukki Pathodana. So princess has gone back, and there he saw, when he saw the princess, the frog smiled panada. Whatever. Chariya. Now what we'll do is we will go a bit fast from here onwards and then see whether any verse you can understand. Unwillingly. Willing, unwilling. Kirtana now, right? Unwillingly. Unwilling and opposite viruppam illamal, right? The princess of the frog into the okay, otherwise unwillingly.
Unwillingly, the princess allowed the frog into the magnificent palace.
Okay, magnificent. Sorry, magnificent and
I don't know, sir. It's new
magnificent and on the petty vadivana, something beautiful, magnificent, a period palace. Okay, bouncing up faster. He bounced.
He bounced up and down as frogs will. Then they are very.
Wait. Up and the frogs will then. They are very happy.
Not yet come, sir.
Huh?
Not yet come, sir.
He bounced up and down as frogs will when they are very happy. Okay.
Now come. Very happy, but she only glared at him.
Glare. Sorry. Glare. Glare na paakrathu. And you glare at him, right? At him dreadfully. Fully. He bounced up and down as frogs will when they are very happy, but he only glared at him dreadfully. So what is happening is the frog, when the princess went and opened the door, the frog was very happy. But the princess looked at him dreadfully. Payangrama Patra. Princess. Got it? Dreadfully.
Yes.
Dreadfully. Understand the word dreadfully, right? Payangrama.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
She thought
herself, why should I have to keep my promise to this old croaker just because he fetched my ball from the well? Her father insisted, however, that she would be his friend just as she said she would.
Okay, wait. So what is happening? The princess, after speaking to the king, she has to open the door. And when she opened the door, what did she see? The frog was still seated patiently, porumeyaga, seated on the steps of the palace. So the frog was happy when she opened, but the princess looked at her very sternly and glared at him dreadfully. Payangrama Patram. So because the prince didn't like her. So prince thought to herself, why should I have to keep my promise? So why should I have to keep my promise? Why should I? Okay. She has promised that she will be the friend of frog forever. But now she thought, why should you keep the promise? In the promise, because he fetched my ball from the well. அந்த பந்தலுக்காரனுக்கு ஏன் செய்ய வேணும். But her father insisted. What is the meaning of insisted? என்றால் father வற்புறுத்தினார். என்னண்டு? So father expected, the king wanted the princess to keep the promise. Father insisted, however, that she should be his friend, just as she said she would. You understood? So the father was very keen. Father was insisting. Father was telling, you must keep the promise and you must be the friend of the frog as you have promised. Okay. Kirtana, Gimskar. Okay, we will just go through. Okay, we'll just go through fast. The frog hopped and up, hop, step and jump and பாயிறது தெரிந்தானே தவளை பாயிறது. Hopped after her into the great dining hall, boing, and I immediately jumped onto the table. Okay, it has now gone to the table. So princess, wait, we will just see some of the promise. Okay. So you go through this and then see all over his face, turned away in disgust. Disgust and any meaning? Do anybody know? Disgust and viruppam, veruppamaha. Disgust. This is the word, disgust. So I'm not going through each and everything because we don't have much time. You go through this and some of the things, if the word you don't, please look up the dictionary. Now we'll go to the questions and I will tell you what are we going to do next class. Next class, we are going to have a small test. Based on what you have studied so far. Now, we did study about the grammar earlier. That is about the past tense, present tense, that one, this one. Then the stories, right? So, most probably the direct speech, indirect speech, other the questions, that's one. So, it will be a very simple test next week. And also, maybe a short story with questions and you have to answer the questions. Simple. So get prepared. So you revise all the classes. We have done, this is the 9th class. We have done 8 classes earlier. So go through from the beginning and then. Now let's see. It's clear, no, to everyone what I said? Now, at the beginning of the fairy tale, what happens to Princess Golden Bowl? Now, we will ask Priyalangan to answer this question. At the beginning of the fairy tale, what happens to the Princess Golden Bowl? How will you say? How will you answer that question?
In the circle with the beginning of the fairy tales.
What happens to the Princess Golden Bowl? And the bowl enna nadandadu?
The wall was filled in the under the water.
The wall fell into the well. Okay? That's what happened. Simple, right? The
Yes,
ball
sir.
fell into the well. How does the princess feel about this and why? So, Kirtana, how does the princess feel about this and why? So, what happens now? Princess, how does she feel? She was feeling very sad.
Sad.
So, and why? Because she thought that was everything. The bowl was everything for, it was like a son for her, right? You must read that one and see, right? Now,
Yes,
who offers to help the princess? Gimska. Who offers to help the princess? Who offers? And I want to kirkinam. Nan help pannalamo.
Frog.
Frog. Who offers to help the princess? Okay. Now, go through this question and try to answer this question. How do you think the princess feels when she turns around and sees the frog? How do you think the princess feels when she turns around and sees the frog? How do you think? What does the princess have to promise in order to get the frog to retrieve the bowl? What did the princess promise for the frog to get the bowl back? You know what did she promise, right? She promised Anything she wants, golds, jewelry, etc. Okay? Correct? But okay, there are questions like that. Then, oh, what does the king say when he hears what has happened? So all these questions you must answer, right? What is the sound frog makes? The same and satam, the rainy days, and the rural satam. What do frogs eat? What do they eat normally? Insects, right? Where do frogs live? So these things you better look up or get used to it. Have you ever seen a frog? Have you seen a frog?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
What's the difference with a frog and a toad?
The toad is too big, sir, but the frog is small.
Yes, there are so many differences, but we don't go. Frog normally find in a well and those places. Toad you find in muddy places. Toad is bigger than the frog, but both looks alike, right? So what
Yes,
I would
sir.
like is you go through the questions and see whether you can answer yourself. You write yourself the answers. So you have to, now that's what I said. Now all depends on what you do. You have to learn. You have to read. You have to listen. You have to read the newspapers. You have to read storybooks, etc., and you have to improve your English. Okay? Thanks very much. So we will meet and be prepared for the exam next Tuesday. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Bye
Okay,
bye.
sir.
Bye bye. Good night.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir. Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye. Bye bye bye.